Hello and welcome to the Falcon, a footy podcast. I'm your host, Clarky.
I'm Cassie.
I'm Chris.
And I'm Jess.
Thank you for joining us once again on the Falcon as we discuss round 19, and we are guaranteed the only football podcast that won't yell because we all have children. See you on the other side of the music.
Hey boys, play the footy.
We're all back on the winning side, guys. We did it.
We got the quaddie.
We got the quaddie.
We got it again.
Hey, we've converted Chris finally. It only took half a season.
Wait, or was I on the trifecta? I
Yeah,
couldn't remember
Chris
which
was-
one
Chris
I
was
was on. I couldn't remember.
He was pro trifecta, but he's been converted now. Some of us won in more spectacular fashion than others. Cass.
Yeah. What?
Monumental.
Yeah. Some of us got more of a heart attack than we expected. Chris.
Nah. It's nothing to worry about.
No, not one. Not even nervous for a little
Not even
bit.
a bit.
I was nervous before the game, to be fair.
That's fair. That's just generalized anxiety, and you should see a doctor. And the Clark household was filled with a mixture of befuddlement, anger, and joy. So I guess we've really covered the full emotions. Anyway, thanks, listeners. We'll see you next week.
That's it. That's round. What was it? 19.
And that's round 19. I can't believe it's round 19.
I
Is that
know.
19 or 18?
Yeah.
That was 18.
Is it 18?
Sorry,
Yeah,
it's round
I-
19 this week.
I thought that was a mistake when I saw that it was round 18. I was like, but we only just finished the buys, and then I forgot the buys went for like 7 weeks.
They go for
2 years.
Yeah.
Very confusing.
I feel like there's been more buys than there has been full rounds, and that's upsetting.
Yeah.
Well, look, who wants to volunteer to go first? Who wants to step up to the plate? Who wants to share with the class?
My team played on Thursday.
Yeah, I think we should talk about the nuts tale of two halves that Freo had.
Yeah, what was that?
The nuts to have as bad a first half as good as they had a second half.
So before the game started, I made the mistake of saying out. I know I jinxed it again. I'm so sorry, but I made the mistake of
just
saying out
burned the
loud. Well, at least it's the Starlight game. It's the Purple Haze Starlight game. At least we'll see lots of goals because they want to raise money for charity. Next minute, no goals in the entire first half.
Hey,
for the
everybody
children.
is suffering in this economy. We can't just be giving away money.
It's for the
I'd
children.
like to think that at halftime, J-Lo just like gave them an absolute ear bashing. And
He did. Have
majority
you
of
seen
that
it?
was no. I like to think the majority of it was that scene from The Simpsons where he's like, "There's a little boy sitting in a hospital," and the little boy's like, "I hope they kick some goals," or J-Lo said he'd come back.
I
Well,
know that there's a boy there because I crippled him myself.
Yeah,
They
to
did
inspire
actually
you.
show. They showed J-Lo spraying them and being like, "Get over here! Get the fuck over here! What the fuck was that?" And I was like, "Yeah, I like to see a bit of personality from J-Lo. Get it in there. Get it into him.
Sometimes you got to put some choc chips in the vanilla, you know?
You know, just a
Get-
little bit of personality, a little bit of joy
get
in
him
your
off
life."
that casual contract.
I mentioned to you guys on the Thursday night, but the power in my house went out like right on quarter time. But we were like, cool, let's, get some snacks for the second quarter, and the power went out. And it stayed out all of the second quarter, and we were kind of like, oh, well, and halftime we were just like, oh, this is bad. Like we were getting ready for bed. I think the entire third quarter as well, it was out. And we just started coming. At first we were like, don't look at the scores because we'll just pick up where we left off. And then once the power was out for like over an hour, we just looked at the scores and I was like, oh, we're coming back. We're coming back, guys. Guys, we're coming back. We're like, all right, we'll watch it tomorrow. We're literally about to go to bed and bing, all the lights and power came back on right in time for the fourth quarter. And it was just goal, 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 goal. I was like, maybe that was the reset we needed, the turn off and on and again.
This is exactly what happened to you like 3 weeks ago, I want to say now, where you just had like this period where you could not kick a goal.
Mm-hmm.
For love nor money, you couldn't get it through the middle until it took like Patrick Voss kicked just some weird goal that was not quite a goal. And I feel like it was the same thing with this week where, it took Jordan Clark just after halftime to sort of get it started, and then everyone went like,
Oh, that's right. Through the middle.
Yeah, because then like Tracy kicks 2 back to back, and then Vossi kicks 1, then Shay, and then it
and then the
just
floodgates
escalated.
opened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a bit of a let off in the first half for Sydney to only score 33 points though. Like
Well, that was the thing. Like, we had only scored 11 behinds, but we were only 20 points down. Like, it could have been so much worse. Yeah. So,
I'm just mesmerized by the score worm. Look at
Yeah.
it, and it's real like it's barely moving, but it's on Sydney's side. And then after halftime, it's just like straight to the top for you guys. Like they should have punished you so much more.
Yeah, that last quarter, 9 goals 5 is
Fuck.
nuts. Like
That's so
I
fucked.
said in our chat, because like part of the way through the quarter, you guys were losing by a couple points.
Mm.
And then at one point I said, how did this turn into a 6-goal win? And then it became a 7-goal win right after that. Like, it was insane. And on top of you kicking 9-5, Sydney still kicked 3 goals 1. Like, it's not like they didn't do anything in the last quarter. Like, it was nuts. They were really trying to cheer up those kids.
Yeah.
literally
And,
100 points in a half. Like 100 points exactly in a half.
Exactly
is-
100. We were watching it on Channel 7, so it went to commercials every goal. But if you're watching on KO or you at the stadium, they play the Starlight song every time they score a goal. So you would have just said, Starlight,
Oh,
can you
Superman
hear me,
Lovers.
Yeah, just
What a track.
just constantly, every 5 minutes, not even.
Sorry, weird aside, that song has the grossest, one of the grossest music video I have ever seen. Have you guys seen it?
With the little potato guy?
Yeah, it's
I
like
think I can
weird
vaguely remember it.
It's like weird little brown aliens, and it's only topped by this song from the 90s I remember, which like Sweet Like Chocolate,
Mm-hmm.
where everybody's
yeah.
chocolate. And like, I love that song. It's such an earworm. And then I remember the music video. I'm like, oh, I'm off it again. I don't have to listen to it for a while.
Okay.
Well, it's like it went.
So
I assume everyone from our generation, as soon as you hear that "push me" and then just touch me, you think of the Han beer ad, and you see the tongue going around the room in the Han beer ad. Like, that's all I associate that song with. It's not the video clip, but that's the clip that I assume is
I
the
don't-
video
You
clip.
see.
I don't know if Jess gets that one. Did you get the tongue ad in England, Jess?
No, because it would have been, that was an Australian beer.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about.
The Foster's tongue. I'll show you later. You'll hate it. It's exactly the kind of thing you'll hate it.
Just on Freo, I want to make a call, and it's not that I trust Freo, because I still don't.
Oh, hang on. Oh,
Do we have a sound effect for the Oracle?
Yeah, Christodamus.
I think that Murphy Reid will finish in the top 3 of the Brownlow this year.
Okay.
It's my prediction.
This is a weirdly positive
Yeah.
Chris prediction as well.
He's currently paying 100 to 1 to win it.
Get on
So I don't
it.
know what he's paying for top 3. But I actually think
Well,
that
do the
I think
trifecta.
he's real sneaky to get top 3.
Yeah.
Anything to see Nick Dacos not win a Brownlow
Again. Yeah.
again.
He hasn't won
Respectfully.
one before.
Always the bridesmaid.
You know, but he's lost narrowly before.
He has. He deserves one. I don't think this is the year he should win it, but he probably will win it this year. Because he does deserve one, but he probably deserved it last year or the year before, to be fair.
He just needs to poll the most in the games that he played, right?
Yeah.
And that's how it works. That's the numbers,
That is how
guys.
the Brownlow
That's
works.
maths.
Listeners, that's tennis.
But my thinking with Murphy Reid is, obviously Fremantle have won a lot of games. Apart from Luke Jackson, Sarong hasn't really been that amazing this year. Brayshaw has had a good run of about 5 or so weeks over the last few weeks, but he hasn't been amazing. Shai Bolton's had some really standout games, but also has had some games where he's just kind of done nothing. And whereas Murphy Reid's been super consistent all year, and he catches the eye, and that's why I think he'll poll well.
Yeah, it's funny to see how integral he is to that. J-Lo like is very clear about they're playing a system, and he wants to be system based, and it's kind of like got this weird energy of like no standout stars. Like we don't have one superstar. We've got everybody working together like ants to get the result. But very clearly, Murphy Reid is kind of like the guy.
Murphy Reid is like, fuck that, I'm the star.
well, I'm just thinking in terms of like Andy Brayshaw is like he's accepted very much. He's like, I just do my role. I turn up. I'm a tackling machine. I'm a tagger if you need me. I'm just a guy to help like break through some lines, but I'm not the star. Sarong, kind of the same deal. Like, he's kind of there, but his role has been a bit more team-oriented instead of being at the forefront. But, like, you notice Murphy Reed. His football IQ is off the charts. Like, that dude, I swear he's playing chess and everyone's playing checkers. Like, that's what it feels like when he's got the ball. And he gets the
plays
ball
in slow motion. Absolutely. Like, you see, like, Caleb Sarong, I love him, but sometimes he just grabs the ball and just kicks it just to get it out. But he just kicks it without looking and it kind of goes nowhere. Whereas, when Murphy Reed gets the ball and handballs it, it's going to someone that he's seen in that 30-second, 2-second moment. Like, it's, I don't know how his brain works as quick as it does, but it's fascinating. And you can see how much the commentators are loving it in that moment as well. Just like, how did he do that? So hopefully, the umpires are noticing as well and pull some points.
It's not all bad signs, Sydney, though. I think they're definitely making a very good push. Like, I think this is the battle of first v second, right? And Kerno kicked 5 and, Errol Goulden had a fantastic game, but let's be honest, you just can't let a team kick 100 points and a half after having such a dominant first half. It feels like they just let the momentum slip and then couldn't grab it back.
I shared those stats with you guys that night, but it was the lowest halftime scores by a V/AFL sides that then went on to kick 100 points in the second half. So the lowest score we had 11. That's the lowest score ever in halftime that then went on to kick 100 points. After that, it was 13 in 1961, 15 in 1963. Earlier this year, 18 in 2026, Sydney versus Carlton. And then the highest final scores by a VAFL side that were goalless at halftime, that was us, 111 in 2026. And before that, the highest was 90 by Hawthorn versus Fitzroy in 1979. So that's just insane in records.
It's really funny to do both sides of the record in the one
game.
Yeah. It's just efficient.
Yeah, good on them.
Hey, do we want to talk about Pat Voss's, I say Michael Voss's, but no, Pat Voss's boobies out? Because BT was horny as hell for them. What was with that?
There were multiple instances of BT being horny in this game. So there was the Pat Voss when his shirt was ripped. And I believe he said, they're both out. Pretty sure that was the exact quote.
At one point he said, look at them bouncing.
Yeah.
Is this what I missed when my power was out?
Yeah,
it was ridiculous. He was like somebody's frisky uncle, like I said, in the kitchen, harassing people.
Then there was a point where he said, because
there's a lot of Cox out there.
Yeah, there was Mason Cox was playing, Brennan Cox was playing, Dean Cox was in the coaching box, and he said, gee, there's a lot of Coxes out there tonight, or a lot of Cox out there tonight, something like that. And then there was a moment that seemed to go completely unnoticed, and Clarky, I put this in our Supercoach group chat there, and no one replied to me, and I was like, someone else must have heard this, surely. There was a point, I think it was in the last quarter, where BT started talking about Pat Voss and his girlfriend having a sauna together and saying, geez, it was getting a bit hot and steamy in there. And I was like, is BT talking about Pat Voss and his girlfriend fucking in a sauna? Because that's what it sounds like right now. And no one said anything. Yeah, it was weird.
That, and I thought it was a fever dream, so I didn't.
So did I.
Or anything, because I was like, what the fuck is happening? Did I just imagine? Yeah. He's like, what?
What is BT?
What is this?
He must have been
as a
something.
concept.
He said he lost his shit when Mason Cox marked it right in front of the goal, and it was like he had no filter anymore. He just went, God bless the USA, and it was like, oh, what? Calm down.
Which, respectfully, given the current geopolitical climate, is a fucked thing to say. Respectfully to our not at all any US listeners, but fucking not the what?
Absolute, I just gobsmacked by it. Sometimes I think is that the real him that he's censoring himself every week? Like, is that what he's trying to tone back?
I feel
it just creeps out every now and then.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jesse, I think Jesse also made a Simpsons meme that was just BT's face on look at those gazongas, and I swear if he thought to say if that had even like floated somewhere in the back of his head, it would have come to the front of his mind when he. Weird that Pat Voss like left his shirt like that for a really long time as well.
They always do.
It's
They're
Pat
like
Vo-
they just
Yeah.
flaunt it
Oh,
around.
no,
Pat
that
Voss.
was.
Remember
It's
when
not
Des-
surprising.
Devin Robertson ran without a shirt for ages? Got a whole lot of fans that night when that happened.
Yeah,
It's funny
and
because it's
then
actually like 2 weeks in a row that Patrick Voss's shirt has been ripped.
Mm.
he's doing it on purpose.
He's picking fights with people and then ripping his own shirt.
Oh no, you've ripped my shirt. Oh.
He's pre-cutting it so it's easier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shredding it like.
I did actually. I saw
But-
after the game that BT had it and was like, "This will go for a lot of money," and gave it back to him to sell. It was like, BT, you could have kept that. Kept it for your own
BT
collection.
said that and then
BT.
immediately made a bid.
I could see Pat Voss as like a bit of a sub. Just like, oh no, Mr. Big Defender. Please, my shirt. I need that to play football. What else are you gonna do?
Oh
And
my
what we're gonna
God.
do is move on that high that is this podcast. Sorry, I want to talk quickly about, I saw a TikTok. There was a lovely Italian man who has a bakery and he wanted to make a Frio Dockers cannoli. So he spent a lot of time researching and like testing colors to get the right purple. And now he has a Dockers cannoli in his store. It was very lovely. It was very sweet. And that's like my good footy moment of the week because I love that.
Yeah, there are a lot of Italian men in Fremantle who would be very happy right now. Not just about the cannoli, but about
Yeah.
Fremantle. Should we send my mum to get some cannoli?
Yes.
I'm down.
Yeah.
All right, Grace. Grace, you've got some homework this week.
Yes.
I'll play the
Grace's
theme.
homework.
I'll play the theme song when the cannolis arrive. We'll move it on to who was next in order. Do you guys want to talk about the Collingwood and North game? Let's break it up a little bit.
Okay.
Spicy.
Yeah, hey, I wanted North to win this, even though I tipped Collingwood, and
Yeah, me too.
I thought this would have been very funny
Yeah.
for Collingwood to lose. Like they feel like they're right on the cusp of losing everything.
Yeah.
I don't like North, so I did find this funny. Apologies.
You don't like any.
Fair.
Do you not
Just
like
to go
North
for-
more than you don't
Yes,
like
More
Collingwood?
than Collingwood. That's the question.
I don't know. See, what I'll say, I dislike Collingwood. I revel in North's humiliation. It's different.
Chris is a Collingwood sympathizer, is what I'm hearing.
No. I dislike
Disgusting.
Collingwood because of their fans and the club, whereas North, I just find it funny when they lose.
It's okay. It's that makes you sound weird now because you're like,
Yeah,
I just hate
that
them
does,
for no
yeah.
reason.
Yeah.
North, no
Um,
reason. Absolutely, you haven't done anything to me. Just wish that you didn't.
The end of this game, this was a thrilling last quarter.
Mm.
Like, it was really good to watch. It was so back and forth in that last quarter. I thought North were going to run away with it, and then Collingwood somehow just came back. It was from a neutral point of view, it was just a really good game to watch.
Yeah, there was even a moment, literally, probably coming up to just before the 1 minute mark, where Cooper Trembath had an opportunity to mark a ball that would have given him a kick to win, like to put them back ahead. So it's not like this was, a 4-point lead that Collingwood held for like minutes and minutes. This was genuine attacking footy, which was weird to say between these two teams, who are both usually a bit tamer. Is that fair to say? They're usually a bit tame.
Mm.
It was sort of, the pendulum swings one way or the other into a large thing. So it's in the notes here. We've got Braden Maynard and Josh Dacos arguing with the umpire. There's a bit of controversy about this. So I can't remember the North player, but essentially ball spills in North's forward 50 right in front of goal, right near the goal square. The player gets tackled with the ball, goes down, ball spills out, and I believe, was it Larky? Picks up the ball and kicks it through the goals. An umpire off the ball calls holding the ball because the player was tackled with the ball. They took on the tackler. Fair enough. Another umpire swoops in and says, it was holding the ball, but you have done a sling tackle.
Mhm.
A dumping tackle is what they called it. And they then allowed the advantage, which gave North the goal. And then there's an interaction between Braden Maynard, Josh Dacos, and the umpire where they're literally going like, no, but it was holding the ball. And he's like, yes, but I'm saying it was a dumping tackle. It was an unsafe tackle. And they're like, what do you mean? What? So it's not holding the ball? He's like, no, it is holding the ball,
Yeah.
but it was a bad tackle. You can't dump the ball. And then Josh Dacos literally goes, oh, what, did he hit his head on the ground? And the umpire goes, I believe he did. And then Josh Dacos walks away like a petulant child going, ugh.
I believe so. You believe so?
You believe so? The little babies.
I'm going to tell my dad about this and he's going to storm out.
Yeah, very funny.
So yeah, he's like, yes, it was holding the ball, but it was unsafe, so you don't get it. So nah.
A lot of people are up in arms about this because they're like, well, hang on, why is one umpire allowed to overrule the other umpire? And the correct answer is, I think this is something that's actually, there's another issue from one of the later games in the Carlton game. We're not going to talk about the Carlton game because it was such a blowout, but there was a 50-meter penalty given to Jack Ginnivan after a Carlton player was stood on the mark. The umpire calls play. You can very audibly hear them say the word play, not fully play on, and then make an arm gesture. The Carlton player then takes that as a play on because Jack Ginnivan also did a little fake hand pass, which as we know is play on. And Hawthorn were given a 50 for it. And we're just once again talking so much about the level of independence that we give the umpires. And I feel like we just need to start letting some of these things go.
Mm.
Like at what point are we asking for too much?
It's a good question.
Thanks.
I think
I also think it's a very handsome question.
I wasn't sure whether to say this or not. I think the opposite, and I think the umpires should be criticised more.
They do feel a bit,
Yeah.
what's the word? Untouchable. Like, they're
Protected.
just, yeah, like whatever they say. Well, because there is no consequence, really. The worst thing that happens is that the AFL just turns around and goes, yeah, sorry, guys, got that one wrong. Oh, bad luck. Anyway, see you next week. And everyone just has to suck it up and get on with it, even if it was something incredibly consequential for the game.
Yeah. Is there a strike system for umpires if they get a call wrong multiple times? Do they get sent down to the reserves? Do they?
They do get stood down.
Yeah, funny you should say that, guys. It actually came out recently as well that they tier list the umpires. So only good umpires umpire good, quote unquote, good games, and then they send the bad umpire to umpire the bad games. Thus keeping bad football bad and good football also bad.
Do you guys know umpires? Like, do you watch games and go, oh, that guy again? Are there, but besides Razor, like we all know Razor Ray when he's stepped down. Has he
No.
retired? But
He's
how many?
retired, yeah.
Yeah, he retired. He does a lot
Had
of
a bad
podcasts
back,
now, a
didn't
lot of
he?
footy podcasts.
Yeah.
Get him
he also
on.
has-
Get him on
he
the
also
pod.
has a segment with, is it Jared Waitley?
Oh
He
yeah,
has a segment where they go through and they talk about umpiring decisions.
what a thrilling
Yeah, well,
conversation.
It is. Some of it is, and some of it isn't. So
Yeah, I just don't. Yeah, the umpires are like they're there. They do their job, and it's hard to make calls in the split second moment. But that's their job, and they whatever. The only one I knew, there was one that I knew who was a WA umpire, and the reason I knew him, I think his name was Marquette or something. He's it was well known that he was an Eagles supporter, and was actually quite biased when he was umpiring Fremantle. I just know that from, word of mouth.
allegedly.
Allegedly.
I don't know any umpires by name, but I do see pretty frequently on like Bulldogs forums on Facebook and stuff, people saying, oh great, we've got such and such umpiring this week. I'm like, oh, who gives a fuck? Just stop looking at who it is. Like, my God.
It's the same with commentators. I'm kind of, when people are like, oh, the commentary was awful. I was like, oh, actually, I wasn't listening. It was on, but I was watching the game.
It's
I wasn't
all
really
awful.
Yeah, it's like everything was terrible. Just watch your team.
Jess, you said you agree with Chris. Do you think that we don't criticize them enough?
Yeah, I think I'm getting a bit more perspective on it though from the World Cup, which I talk about every week, I know, but it's over soon, guys.
It'll be over when it's coming home.
Like, yes, it is coming home, but we'll talk about that later. They seem to review everything with VAR, and it actually gets overturned like in the moment. It's none of this like, oh, well, if we decide to review it, and well, but if you do the kick in and then the game carries on, we're not calling it back and all that stuff. Like they just fully go, no, it's being reviewed. They literally go and watch a screen at the side of the pitch, and the referee comes back on and goes, yep, this is the decision. Sometimes it's questionable, sometimes it's not. But like, I think if we tried to do that in AFL, people would lose their shit because they're constantly talking about time wasting and, oh, this just drags the game out and we need to keep the pace going and all of this stuff. And yes, there are like maybe a lot more things that happen in AFL because it's a bit higher paced with the amount of goals and stuff like that. But I like
It's also
there
the field's
doesn't
much bigger for one umpire.
Yeah, but like there doesn't seem to be any kind of consequence for the umpires. Like they can just run around and make whatever calls they want, and they are just protected by the AFL, which I guess is the best kind of boss to have because you want someone who's constantly got your back, and even if you are wrong, they're going to go in swinging for you and be like, "No, he's my best umpire. He would never get it wrong." But where does that leave the rest of us?
So I think this issue is twofold. One is that the media is now at every turn, and I think we've spoken about this before, but I think that we're slowly being encouraged to criticize everything to the 100th degree for engagement. And I'm not saying that umpires are above criticism, but what I am saying is that if you complain about everything, then nothing will ever be good, instead of just letting some of the small things go. And we still do let some of the smaller bad calls go. But every week there seems to be something new where it's like, well, an umpire did this and they should have done that. And it's like, yeah, but you're sitting in the box, man. We've slowed this down 14 million times between Thursday night and Saturday morning. And the latest pundit is doing that. And then on the other side of that, I also think it's really terrible messaging from the AFL the way that they do deal with valid criticism is because they come out and they give like some sort of like half felt doubt of like, oh yeah, we did make the wrong decision, or like, oh yes, like we can see that maybe this shouldn't have been called. I wouldn't even bother with that. Like it makes it worse because then by admitting fault, you're encouraging people to then continue that then cycle of weird engagement with AFL instead of letting it like criticizing them in a different way. I feel like that's kind of where my heart is, where I'm like, I want us to be talking about it in a very different conversation.
I think where I'm more coming from with saying that they should be criticized more is not so much from media. It's more, I don't like that if a player or a coach says something about the umpiring in the game, the AFL immediately fines them. I don't think that should be a thing. I think that if a coach or a player wasn't happy with the way a game was officiated and they thought it was going more one way than the other, then they should be allowed to say that. Like there's a limit to it, but they shouldn't just be immediately fined and told you're not allowed to criticize the umpires at all. We're in a sport where opposition coaches are allowed to criticize opposition players or the counterpart, the other coach, but they can't say anything about the umpires, and that just makes no sense to me. Like the umpires should be open to criticism from what are essentially their colleagues.
Yeah, you know what? I'm really glad that you brought that up, Chris, because we didn't talk about it at the time, but so this all stemmed off, was it Jai Simpkin a few weeks ago about, was it the Paul Curtis tackle posted on social media? And I think we kind of touched on it, but the AFL has come out since then and have said that any player who they would be essentially bringing the game in, like bringing undesirable attention, into disrepute. So they're going to start fining players if they post anything on social media, if they say anything in interviews, if they, make any kind of commentary that is critical of the AFL or umpiring, they're going to get fined. And it took it like in the weirdest turn of events possible. Fucking Maguire had one of the best opinions on this. Xander Maguire was on the Footy Show, and when he was asked about it, he said, well, yeah, we should let players speak about the game freely because that's the whole idea. Like that's how we have these conversations, because who is actually better to provide commentary on it within reason than the people who are actually there in the moments? And we can it's just baffling, absolutely baffling.
I feel like there's a line, like
there has to be a line. You can't just say
Like,
whatever you
you
want.
can't just come on and be like, he's a fucking this, this, and this, and this, and
Yeah,
this, and it's a
exactly.
personal attack on an umpire. But I agree. Like, at what point does this just become like so heavily censored that it's ridiculous?
If we go back to the World Cup, sorry for bringing it up again, after the Argentina-Egypt game, which was highly controversial because Argentina were up 2-0 up until like the 81st minute, and then they scored 3 goals to win, and there were some questionable calls in there. Mohamed Salah, incredibly well-known player, the probably the best Egyptian player in history at this point, said after the game in an interview, "We didn't lose to football today." And then started talking about the umpires, and everyone was like, "Yeah, no, he's right. There were some fucked calls." Like I want to see a little bit more candidness from players and from coaches around umpires, rather than just I can't say anything because I'm going to get fined.
Yeah, you shouldn't be not allowed to say things. It's like, here's a suggestion box, but also please write your name on it so we can put all your suggestions so we can reprimand you if you say something we don't like. Thanks.
It is giving EX survey at work, isn't it? Where
Yeah.
everyone, they go, it's completely anonymous. It's we want to know your opinions. It's completely anonymous. And then next minute, it's like, well, somebody from our team raised that it was this, and there's only 2 of you, so we need to have a chat about this. Oh, hang on a second.
It was super good as well. I was looking up the Xander Maguire stuff again. I just remember that Jack Rewalt was on the other side of it, who was like, well, the players shouldn't be saying stuff on their social media. It's not a good look. And Xander Maguire was like, it's 2026, Rue, you big fuckhead.
Catch up. Get with the times.
Yeah. Anyway. But yeah, that's a really good point. Let's get on to Chris. It's your turn. Your time.
Chris.
Thanks, Cats. Chris, hey, that was close. Phew. Got away with that one.
It was funny going into the Sunday games before our game because everyone was like, oh, geez, this is a horrible day of football. Every game is going to be like 80 points plus. And then we were like, we have different ideas.
Yeah, just you
And
wait,
it was,
we'll show you.
Yeah, it was an annoyingly close game. I actually thought going into it that we would be vulnerable because West Coast, since probably like round 6 or 7, haven't been the easy beats that they were last year and at the start of this year. They've been competitive. We didn't have Tim English, which, as we've learnt this year, Tim English is apparently the only way we can win. We lose when he's not in the side. And we also had a few other players out. Riley Sanders was out. There were a couple others as well. So I thought we were vulnerable in this one. I thought it was going to be closer than what everyone else did. But we got over the line. Aaron Norton kicked 5 goals. It was nice to see him have a good game. One of the things that I wanted to kind of focus on a little bit, though, so Marcus Bontempelli and number 1 draft pick Willem Dersma played on each other for quite a lot of the game. There was a moment, I think it was in the 3rd quarter, where there was like 2 minutes of just absolute brilliance, but from a player who's at the start of his career and a player who's you might as well say Bond's kind of at the peak of his career, getting towards the tail end.
Oh, his Nick Davis, finally.
Willem Dersma took it out of the centre bounce, got the clearance, and kicked an absolute bomb from 60 metres out on the run, and it sailed through for a goal. And everyone was like, holy shit, that's the number 1 draft pick. What a goal. The very next centre bounce, Bont got it out of the centre clearance and kicked a goal from 60 metres out, and it just sailed through, and everyone was like, oh, there's Bont. And then about 30 seconds later, Bont followed it up with another goal straight after. And it was really cool to kind of see those 2 parallels of a player who's at the start of his career playing on an absolute superstar and both of them just kind of going toe-to-toe. So I thought that was a really interesting battle.
Yeah, it's really interesting to see West Coast actually string together some not 50-point losses. I was just looking at their run and I was like, maybe am I imagining it to be worse than it was? And the answer was yes. Like they've lost 4 of their last 5. Obviously winning against Essendon was their last win. But most of those, apart from the Carlton game, I think were within a couple kicks, like very, very much winnable if they were able to string together, the play that they needed to. And at times in this game, it felt like that's what they were going to do against the Dogs. And I think it's somewhat hopeful because I don't think it's good for clubs to be as bad for as long as clubs like West Coast have been.
Yeah.
And this is the benefit of finally it feels like over the last few years they've actually slowly been picking up young talent, and they've now spent, like, these players have spent a lot of time in AFL systems. Like, Tom McCarthy has been very good from when they picked him up in the mid-season last year, but now it feels like there's a bit of consistency with him. Marcus Herbert has been really great since he's played on his third or fourth game now, but he's surrounded by Willem Dersler, who's been playing all year. Guys like Liam Baker, who is not an outstanding footballer, but, you know, is very experienced within AFL systems. Brandon Starcevic. I think there's a lot of common sense in their list. Like, the runs aren't on the board, but when I look at their list, I go, there's a lot of pieces here that, you know, if they can figure out what works for their play styles. Like, who'd have thought that Bailey J. Williams would actually end up being the number one ruck at West Coast when they made plays to get, who is it from GWS?
Tim English.
They made plays to get Tim English. No, Matt
Kieran Briggs?
something? No.
Matt
the
Flynn.
guy.
Matt Flynn.
Matt Flynn. Yeah, sorry. They made a lot of moves to get Matt Flynn over into West Coast, who we thought was going to be that. And then Bailey J. Williams has come in the last, 5 weeks and just been really solid as a ruckman. It's really encouraging, I think, I know, Cass, you're not legally allowed to say anything positive about West Coast, but I think for the state as well, like, it's really good for both Western Australian teams to kind of be on an upward trajectory. Obviously, Freo at the very
one
top.
can be good and the other can be bad. That's
is
okay.
it Highlander rules, is it?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
sorry, they can only...
No, I think what's interesting is it felt like we were talking about rebuilds a couple of weeks ago, and it felt like West Coast should have been in a rebuild years ago, but they kind of didn't admit to it. They were like, no, we're fine. You know, they won a final in 2018, and then realized, oh shit, all of our players are really old now. Oh shit, we haven't been building our young, and they're kind of doing it now. They've bottomed out a few times, and so they're getting good draft picks. You know, they got their Harley Reid and stuff, but it's just like, oh, okay, we probably need they didn't prepare for a rebuild, basically. They were just banking on their guys, and now all those guys are too old and they're gone, and they kind of started too late. So too bad for them.
He crapped Tim Kelly, is what I'm hearing.
I do agree with what you said, though, Clarky. Like, obviously, there's the Harley Reids and the Willem Dersmers, number one picks, which you expect are going to be good. Harley Reid's really kind of having a bit of a breakout season this year. But some of those mid-season picks, like Tom McCarthy last year, but then Marcus Herbert, as you mentioned, and Ollie Franco, who's come in over the last couple of weeks, he's played his second game. He's also been really good. Milan Murdoch, picked out of absolute obscurity, has been really good. He's had a few up and down games, but he's shown that he can not just be an explosive player, but he can also do a defensive role. Like, he absolutely shut down Lockie Whitfield a while ago when they played GWS. The other one who I feel like is not really getting much credit, but he looks quite good for a young tall, is Job Shanahan. Has been solid this year without... Exactly. Has been solid without being outstanding, but we know that young, tall forwards take a longer time to really kind of find their groove. And I think he's going to be one that will be quite good alongside Jake Waterman over the next few years.
Yeah. Hey, pop quiz. Who's the captain of West Coast?
Oh, I know this one.
Is it Elliot Yeo?
No, it's not Elliot Yeo.
Duggan. Is it Liam Duggan?
It's Liam Duggan. Cass
it is Liam
Cass has got
Duggan.
the chocolates. He's
I'll
a
tell you
co-captain.
why. I tell you why I know. Because he's quite good looking. And that's the only reason.
That's the only positive comment we're going to get from you about West Coast.
I've just looked at him as well, and respectfully, he just kind of looks like a normal guy. So
He's just a normal,
Let
cute
me
guy.
yeah, I know this. It sounds really horrible, but I feel like out of all the teams, West Coast is just a team filled with like the most average looking guys. Like, I don't think there's anyone on their list where I'm just like, oh, he's a handsome fella. Look
Because
at him.
there was a point in the 90s and early noughties where like they were a good looking team. You know, and a lot of people in Western Australia have that kind of surfy look, and they're all good looking. Like when Began Cousins was playing there and he was sober, you know, he was the heartthrob of Perth.
It's a very specific point in time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no player that you can really set your watch to like Marcus Bontempelli. That's for sure. You know,
Isn't Jimby the other? Is he? the
Oh,
other
God, they friggin' love Jimby, don't they?
I will always respect a man who got fined for pissing in public. So when you gotta go, you gotta go. But look, good win, Chris. You got the 4 points. We won't make too much fun of you.
Thank you.
Look,
Anyway.
it's all that matters is the ladder at the end of the day. We don't care how you got there.
Yeah, and we have no idea who to tip between. Is it you and
Gold Coast.
Gold Coast.
Gold Coast next week?
And it's on the Gold Coast. That's what makes it different.
That's why it's tricky.
And while we're over at the Gold Coast, maybe we just have a little quick check-in on how they're doing. Oh, they lost to Adelaide by 79 points. Well,
Coach watch.
yeah.
Coach watch, Dimmer.
The note that I have
Your
here is
days
Dimmer,
are numbered, big
you
boy.
would
You in danger, girl.
And Cass, you keep on making this reference and I don't get it.
It's from the movie Ghost. And it's
Yeah.
Patrick
I'm gonna have to pull
Swayze is a
Chris here.
ghost. Patrick Swayze is a ghost. But before he's a ghost, he's alive. And he's
Spoiler, he
like most-
dies.
Like most ghosts, yes.
he's married or in love. I think they're married to Demi
Is this the
Moore.
one with the sexy pottery? Is that
Yes.
movie?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, that's the movie.
And somehow he figures out, what's her name? Whoopi Goldberg is a medium and can communicate.
This movie sounds insane.
And
this
he
this
tries to
movie takes a real
communicate
turn when you explain it
through
with
her,
that.
through Whoopi Goldberg. And he says, you've got to tell Molly, Demi Moore, that she's in trouble. And Whoopi Goldberg tells her in her way, which is, Molly, you in danger, girl. Apparently that was improvised as well.
When you explain it in that way, it sounds like a Saturday Night Live skit. And then Whoopi Goldberg is a medium.
And then there's an erotic pottery. Pottery?
And then, what's his name? Fandango? Is that the SNL sketch? With the
I know what you're trying to say,
you know
but
what I'm talking about.
Domingo.
Domingo. Yeah,
And then Domingo comes.
And he says, I fucked your wife or whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever that sketch is about. I mean, look, Gold Coast, what's happening, guys? And Adelaide, hey, you need the 4 points. Like you guys are on a roll. Texas on 699 goals. Jess is unhappy about that. And Dimmer's fighting Adelaide Crows fans in the stands. Footage has emerged of Footage was captured of Dimmer having some stern words with a fan who has obviously made a comment to him as he walked through the oval, and came out afterward. Like, it wasn't clear what he said at the time, what the fan said at the time. But Dimmer then speculated, he said, I bet he lives in his mother's basement. So really came out swinging, Dimmer. You got him. And then it came to light, I was just informed by Chris and Cass that all he said was, "Your coach of the year," which
Sounds like
Is
a compliment to me.
it sounds like a compliment, and it sounds like all-time banter. Like, it's just embarrassing. Dimmer is so embarrassing, man.
The quote from Dimmer of, those sorts of people are the guys who live in their mum's basement. It was just, all he said was, your coach of the year, Dimmer. That was it.
And we don't really do basements in Australia, so I don't know
I
what
was
you're
about
talking
to say that. I was like, who has a basement anyway?
It'd be his mum's granny flat, guys.
Yeah.
And actually, that's quite an asset these days.
Especially if you're living in Queensland, all these houses live on stilts anyway. They barely have a bottom floor because of the floods.
Yeah, it's all covered in water.
I'm just looking at the replies to Fox Footy's tweet about Dimmer saying making the basement comment, and someone said, "Get out of the basement, mate," and then he said he's literally standing at the footy.
Literally at the floor.
Go and touch grass. We get fined for going out in the oval, guys. You can't run onto the oval.
And then someone touches grass, and then people make fun of him. Matt Rao.
Yeah.
Too
It's called grounding. Look it up.
Jess, how little of a comment would it take for you to fight a fan if you were a coach?
Look, if I was Dimmer, I probably would already be in prison. He's just been fucked ever since he did that to Richmond. Like he's been like having some sort of a midlife crisis, I think, ever since he just bailed on Richmond out of the blue mid-season. I've just been so off him since then. I used to kind of like him before that because I thought he was really successful and like he obviously, I think the players really respected him. They had some good shit going on. I remember doing that. I was like, yeah, no, you like initially I think I thought, oh, look, good for him, prioritizing himself. Like he's clearly burnt out. That's fine. And then when he went to Gold Coast, like 5 minutes later, I was like, okay, yeah, here we go. You're a fuckwit. And here he is with the fuckwit behavior constantly. And it clearly you are already highly strung and very concerned about your performance if somebody's going to trigger you that badly from something that's not even that pointed to say.
Yeah, he snapped pretty quickly
Like,
for
he
someone
is
making a
a man
mildly
on the edge.
sarcastic comment.
Yeah, like he's ready to explode at a moment's notice, which I think potentially because he keeps hearing us talk about him being on Coach Watch every week. I don't know. Are we pushing you to the edge, Dimmer? Write in. Leave us a comment.
Dimmer, you're listening? You can email us at falconfootypod@gmail.com. Send us your email. We'll help. That's right. We're here to help.
We're here to vent to be honest. This is a safe space. We listen and we don't judge.
There's rumours now as well that Ben King is potentially looking at heading to Hawthorn, which is bad news bears for the Suns.
Well, it was Tom Morris reported this morning. He said that it will be announced in the next few days that Jed Walter has re-signed for, I think it's 3 years.
Well, he's quitting.
Stop it.
Very low level. Sorry, that was very low level humour.
Yeah.
But he said that his mail is that Ben King has now made his decision that he wants to go to Hawthorn, which Hawthorn fucking just making promises to everyone. They've told Ben King, they've told Zach Merritt, they've told Bailey Humphrey. How many picks do they have?
Unrelated to this specific news, but I don't want Melbourne are like on the cusp of getting pick 5 at this rate. And I'm less inclined to make a play for Bailey Humphrey if we've got pick 5. Because I have a feeling that they'll try to split that to work a deal for Bailey Humphrey. And I'd rather go to the draft.
Yeah. I don't want Dimmer's off-cast. He'll probably damage goods after what he does to them up there.
Do you reckon Petrarca will hang around?
I think it
surely he has to.
I think it's funny that he's stuck there now, really. Like he can't do a Brody Grundy and throw all his toys out the pram and leave after a year.
Brody Grundy didn't throw his toys out the pram.
He did.
He went, can I go somewhere I'm going to play as a ruckman, please?
He wanted to play football.
He threw his toys out the pram. He was like, I'm too good for you guys. See you later.
No, he didn't. Simon Goodwin didn't play him.
Rightly so, but he should have stayed. I'm not saying he was wrong.
You just love Brody. You wanted him.
I do love Brody Grundy, and you're making me sound like I don't love him. I do love him. But he absolutely threw his toys out of the pram and was like, I'm not fucking staying here being second fiddle to Matt Scorn. But what did you think coming to a club with the best ruckman in the league?
Well, they promised him they would both play. That was the problem.
That's a big come on. You see through that.
Max Gawn has looked like he was going to retire for like the last 7 years. Like
but he just keeps on getting better.
He just keeps going.
He's
but
209
so
centimeters, mate.
He just looks so tired all the time.
He does. He really does.
He's tired from carrying the whole.
I was about to say
that
he's carrying the entire team
every year.
You put some respect on JVR, who's now kicking 5 a week, apparently.
Let's talk about Melbourne.
Yeah, let's talk about Melbourne. Hey, Melbourne beat Richmond. Shock. Couple of things from this one. Jess, do you want to provide your insights first?
Let me get my notes. Notes.
I've supplied the group with some footage of Max Gawn. The umpire asked for Rucks to nominate for a contest. Nankervis nominates and Gawn allegedly nominates, but you don't really hear anything yelled. And then the umpire goes, no Melbourne, and Max Gawn comes in and then hits the ball out. And they go, no Melbourne Ruckman, you didn't nominate. And Max Gawn just stands up and looks at him and goes, what do you mean? I'm 209 centimeters, mate.
Like, obviously I'm the ruck.
Obviously I'm the ruck. And to be fair, fuck you, umpire. Like, Max Gawn's on the field and you're telling me that you don't think he's nominated for the ruck contest.
Oh my God. That's infuriating bullshit umpire shit. That like real that feels like a power move. And I fucking hate that. Like, that's the kind of shit I would trip that umpire up in the tunnel. Be like,
Jess would be
whoops.
banned for a whole
Just
season.
fucking tied your shoelaces together while you're on the bench, mate.
Melbourne Football Club used that bit of audio today and they've added it to Max Gorn's profile
Yes,
on
I
the
saw.
app. Where it's like height, and you
Incredible.
click it and it goes, I'm 209 centimeters, mate.
It's right up there with that's Rockcraft, big boy.
Yes.
It's still not quite surpassed it, but it's a top 3. It's got to be top 3.
And
Oh.
Melbourne do a thing where players, I mean, it's a very NBA thing, where they take photos and videos of the players entering before the game in their
Casuals.
threads, in their cool
Casual
outfits.
clothes.
And
I'm here
Colton
for it.
Tholstrup did a crazy entrance in some Lego Crocs today and a wide rimmed hat. Well, not today, sorry, on Sunday.
Because it was the kids round, and
Cute.
Melbourne have a partnership with Lego.
Oh, there you go. Those
So-
shoes look uncomfortable, but you know,
Oh yeah,
he did it with swag.
I love it. I'm here for this era of, I guess this is the fun in the fun and dangerous. I'm not sure where the danger is yet, but it's
the danger
coming,
is
I
both
think.
to you personally and to other teams.
The danger is to ourselves when we take our foot off like we did in the 4th fucking quarter. Because my God, I am so sick of us not playing a full game of fucking football. We are going to get absolutely railed in finals if we stick around in the top 10. Like, we can't be pulling that shit. I don't know what's going on. I don't know who's making these decisions, but 2 weeks in a row, I've found myself absolutely incandescent with rage watching us literally just stop, just not doing anything, and the ball's just getting thrown around by the other team after we've been incredibly dominant. And what the fuck is going on? Someone needs to stop that.
Agreed. I think Stephen King said last week in his press conference that one of the big things was that he wanted to put together a full 4-quarter performance, which is it's weird living in a house with Jess. I love you more than anyone else in the world, and you're my favorite person. But we are very different when it comes to like how we experience that, because I'm like, yeah, like I think we're improving, but I'm still trying to like put in my head, I'm like, this is first season under Stephen King. We've overachieved based on what the pundits think. And I think we've probably surprised ourselves with just how well some of our more longer term players have gone. Jacob Van Rijn has kicked now 5 goals in back-to-back games. We play North next week, which I think could be a pretty positive matchup if he continues. The way he was leading as a forward is something that I've wanted from him for like 3 years, at least since like 2022, maybe like 23, when he started like really getting regular gigs in the team, because he's got the size, and I think it's just starting to click a bit with him. And maybe that's like Myercheck is there now to give him some guidance and give him some pointers. We've got new forward coaches. We've got a whole new system that we're working on, and that's like really cool for me. And it's really frustrating to see the fall off and like the team be tired, and like even Cozzy just having moments where he's just not looking as electric as he has at times. But also I'm trying to just be grateful and take the 4 points, because the other reality where I was preparing myself to be like bottom 5, you know,
You're top 6 now.
Yeah, exactly. Like it's such a nice I'm trying to not be grateful for the position that we're in, because we play North next week, which is not an easy beat, but hopefully like for where we've kind of shown where we are against like the big teams, should hopefully be another win. I think we play Carlton, who are can bleed now. We've shown that they can bleed, and I think we've got another game we've got the Dockers, which I think is probably a definite loss. As I mentioned, going to that game.
Wasn't that the one that I promised that you could have?
Yeah, you did.
Yeah,
wasn't sure
you
if
owe
you
us,
put the paperwork
remember.
in yet.
Yeah. It's either you or Bulldogs. I haven't decided yet.
Gotcha. Okay.
It won't be both.
But yeah, like I completely agree with you, Jess. Like it's just really tough to see like such a good, strong half and then a fall off, or a strong 3 quarters and then a fall off.
Well, the thing I think with what you're saying, like you're grateful for where we are and all of that, and I'm not knocking that. But at the same time, like we can do it. We have it there. It's right in front of us. Why are we not pushing? Like this is the difference, I think, in our personalities more than anything. Like I will push and push and push until the very last. Like, I'll take every ounce that I can get because I know that it's there. Like, I know the capability is there. I know we have the capacity to do it. Stephen King's a fucking phenomenal coach. We've done so much this year. Why are we not pushing harder? Because what are we saving it for? Like, why would we be complacent and
Saving
sit
it
back
for
and be like,
finals, baby.
oh, well, but you have to push to get to finals. You can't just coast along. Like, we're not that good that we can just take our foot off and just cruise. We need the percentage. We need to be like flexing on these teams and using the opportunity as like a training mechanism, because this is real life exposure to the game. You can simulate as much as you want, but like, we need to be pushing for all 4 quarters and really like taking hold of all these opportunities that we get before we get.
I mean,
to
you
finals.
were 60 points ahead and then you were only 40 points ahead. I mean, it's
And
not.
against Hawthorn, like, but the Hawthorn was worse than this
Mm.
last week. Like, I think the big difference between us and like a Freo is that Freo are relentless. They do not stop.
This year. Yeah.
Like, and that's what we're up against. Like,
Okay, Cass just suddenly like, yes, please praise my team.
It's just been so
take it, you
dismal
know.
for so long.
Like, you are the people that we need to be contending with, because
Yeah.
you know the potential is that we're in a final with you at some point. So we have to be contenders with that, and we don't get to that level by being complacent and going, yeah, but nobody really thought that we'd even make the 10. So great, like, let's pat ourselves on the back. Like, that's not good enough for me as a supporter. Like, I need to see that we've given everything, because you then get 5 months off to chill out.
Very good. No. It's what I will say is that it's now time for the 5th quarter.
Ooh.
Is there a sound effect? I can't remember if I've got a sound effect or not.
I think you just sing that
because
song.
I don't
No,
understand
I haven't
the
used
5th quarter. I'm gonna get my pants pulled down in front of everyone again.
I don't understand the 5th quarter. So, listeners and Chris, who wasn't here for the pre-show explanation.
Oh, I was
There
here. I got kicked out of the room for some reason.
That's likely. So, this is called the Tower of Names. This is a trend that I've seen on TikTok where the idea is that there is a niche category and then the host will allow the contestants to ask questions in the nature of, can I have blank? And then my job as the host would be to say yes or no. The idea is that you identify people who fall into this specific category and then guess the category. So you're aiming to get 4 correct guesses in your category and then guessing the category. So for example, if the category was, say, players with the first name Jack, you might ask me, can I have Jack McRae? And I would say yes. And then you might ask, can I have Tom DeConnick? And I would say no, because that doesn't fall within that specific category. So you don't know the category, you're trying to figure that out. Once you have 4 correct people in your category, then it is your job to figure out and tell me what that category is. And the first person to do it will win. And then the second person will come in second, and then the third will be the loser.
Are we doing? So this is all okay.
I have different categories for all 3 of you.
And we're taking it turns until we
And
get
we'll
the 4.
We'll take it in turns
Right,
until you can guess the category.
Okay.
Now, I've
I'm
tried
on
to tailor this to each of your individual knowledge levels. So, Jess, your current category is current playing players.
Rookie, correct? Yes.
Yes. Chris, yours is a little bit more generalized, but has a bit of a mix. And Cass, yours is current playing players as well. But I feel like the category is right up your alley.
Okay.
So I'm going to go, let's go alphabetically, and I'm going to start with Cass.
Okay.
Oh,
Your first guess.
Can I have Bailey Smith?
You cannot have Bailey Smith.
A second.
Christopher?
Can I have Peter Bell?
No, you cannot have Peter Bell. Jessica?
don't full name me on the podcast. What the hell?
Well, you did subtly point out before that in our relationship, you are the winner and I am a loser who's complacent.
Exactly. So don't do this to
And
me.
now I am
on
in
air.
charge.
Can I have Max Gorn?
You can have Max Gorn.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Cass will circle up to you.
Can I have Murphy Reed?
You cannot have Murphy Reed. Chris?
Can I have Sam Darcy?
You cannot have Sam Darcy.
Hmm.
Jess?
Can I have Steel Side Bottom?
You cannot have Steel Sidebottom.
Bruised.
Cass?
Can I have Mason Cox?
You cannot have Mason Cox.
Do I
Chris?
make a notepad?
Yeah, you should probably keep track of who you've got.
Can I have Brandon Ellis?
You cannot. Chris, I'll
Who?
Chris, I'll sort of direct you a little bit. Your first list is your first category that I have a couple for each of you in case, depending on how long or short this goes. Yours are current playing players.
Oh, well, fuck, 2 of my picks already then.
No, that's all right. Sorry, I apologize for that one. It was your second one that has a mix. I was at the wrong part of my sheet. Jess?
So I can have Max Corn. I can't have Steel Side Bottom. Can I have Peter Wright?
You cannot have Peter Wright. Cass?
Can I ask a question yet? Do I
Yeah,
get a clue yet?
Yeah. Give it one more.
Okay.
I feel like once you get one or two, you'll have a better idea.
I just want to know if I'm on the right track picking Dockers players.
There are some Dockers
Okay.
players in there,
Okay.
in this list.
Okay, thank you. On mine? Well, never mind.
Yes.
Can I have Andy Brayshaw?
You cannot have Andy Brayshaw.
Okay.
I like how you said you can't ask a clue and then you just snuck your
I'm
way
gonna.
into getting a clue.
Yeah. You gotta, hey, look, Chris, you gotta be cruel to be kind, you know? In the right measure.
Can I have Max Holmes?
You cannot have Max Holmes.
Hmm.
Jess?
Can I have Max Holmes?
You...
Oh.
Sorry, I'm double checking my list here. You cannot have Max Holmes.
Ah, it could have
So
been
her
Max's,
category
but it's
is
not Max's.
is not players
Not
named
Max's.
Max.
No.
It doesn't seem to be bald people.
No,
Oh, that was the
Bald people
connection
called
with.
Max. That's what I
I was
this
trying to
is
figure out
good.
the connection.
I saw that. That's good. Cass?
Can I have Ollie Dempsey?
It's not
You
a
cannot
Dockers
have Ollie
player.
Dempsey.
Okay. I just thought it might have been people that look like Johnny the Dog.
Chris, that's a good one. I'll remember that one.
That's
Can
niche.
I have Josh Dunkley?
You cannot have Josh Dunkley.
I'd like him back though.
Yeah, but I really want him back.
Jess?
Who the hell am I going to have? Can I have... I actually don't know. Tristan Jerry.
You cannot have Tristan Sherry.
Ah,
All right, Cass, I'll give you a hint.
Mm-hmm.
You can
You
have
gave her a
Caleb
hint.
Sarong.
Okay.
You can have Caleb Sarong, but you can't have Hayden Young.
Okay.
If you want to take a guess.
Caleb Sarong is one of them.
Yeah.
So I can have Caleb Sarong.
If that helps narrow your guessing just a little bit.
No, it doesn't, but thank you so much. Can I have Jai Sarong?
You can have Jai Sarong.
Okay.
Ooh. Sure, there's not 4 Sarongs in the AFL.
I don't know that they're.
Chris, would you like a hint as well?
I would love one.
Chris, you can have Ollie Wines, but you can't have Zach Butters.
So it's definitely not
Poor Zach
players that are
Butters.
going to play for the Bulldogs.
Mm,
No, it's not.
Mm.
and not players that are going to play next week. Zach Butters.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, he's injured. We didn't talk about that, but yeah, he
Yeah.
might be out for
He's
until
fucked.
round 24.
I do like that they've said they're aiming for him to be back for round 24. It's like, fucking why? Like,
Don't
You're
bother.
not playing
is the
finals.
point?
Just
Yeah.
He looked-
stop.
When he fell, he looked like one of those toys where like you press the base and like the string goes limp.
Yeah.
Awful. Looked awful.
Ollie Wines. Can I have Patrick Cripps?
You... Let me check the list. Sorry, there's a lot of... No, you can't have Patrick Cripps.
Not Brownlow winners.
Jess, Would you like an additional hint, Jess?
I need one because I felt like I was really lucky getting Max Gorn straight up, and now I've got no fucking idea.
Yeah. Jess, you can't have Max Holmes, but you can have Tom Stewart.
I was gonna guess Tom Stewart, and I don't know why I didn't.
Well, now you get another
Okay.
guess.
But that's
Max
not
Gorn,
helpful.
Tom Stewart.
I thought maybe it was people with facial hair, but I don't know anyone else that's got facial hair. Tom Stewart was the only person because he looks like a rat.
There's like at least 4 other beards off the top of my head in the AFL.
Yeah, off the top of your head, you're not on my team.
That's fair. I'm on your team, just not for this.
Got a beard, that's why Sidebottom's not got a beard, has he? And I can't have him anyway.
You already asked him.
Yeah.
Who's got a beard? Is that the category? Can I just guess the category? Is that
It's
right?
not. Okay, yeah, it's not that.
Oh, well, I'm really up
Max
shit
and
creek then.
Tom.
Oh. Yeah, but who else has a 3-letter first name? It doesn't. Max, Tom.
You can just say a player. You can just say any player.
I literally can't think of anyone. Can I
I've
have...
Stunned Jess into silence.
No, can I have Andy McGrath then?
You can have Andy McGrath.
Oh,
What? What just
Okay.
happened?
You can have Andy McGrath. So Jess has got 2. Cass?
Right.
She's got 3, doesn't she?
She's got 3. She's got Tom, Max,
I'm
and
not
Andy.
including the
Oh,
hint that I
okay.
gave her.
Can I have Nick Dacos?
You can have Nick Dacos. I
Yeah.
think Cass is up to 2. I think she's figured it out.
The f-
I'm getting the vibe. Chris,
Can I have Jake Waterman?
you cannot have Jake Waterman.
Fuck, I thought it was going to be players whose surnames are beverages.
That's also a good one.
Wines and
that's a
then
good
Waterman. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, that's good.
yeah.
I like
Jess,
the way your brain works. Because mine certainly
these are all great
doesn't.
categories that are much more in-depth than the ones I picked.
Can I have Max Grushevsky?
You cannot have Max Krzyzewski.
No, but I'm fucked. I've got no idea then.
That was a dark.
Did any of you play Strands?
I have played
No.
Strands, yes.
It's one of the New York
The New
Times
York Times
games where
games.
the other day I just kept finding words. I found the spanagram and I was like, I still don't understand the connection to these here. And I feel like that's Jess. Like she guessed
Yeah.
Andy McGrath and was like, yeah, but I don't know
love
what the connection
Strands
is.
and I'm terrible at it. So this is just emulating that on live.
All right, Cass,
Can I have Josh Dacos, please?
you can have Josh Dacos.
What?
The fuck is the link?
There's only 2.
There's brothers. Caleb Sarongjai Sarong, Nick Dacos, Josh Dacos.
Okay.
They're brothers.
Well,
Yeah.
Max doesn't have a fucking brother.
Chris?
No, that's my link. That's not your link. Andy McGrath is Max Gorn's brother.
I'll go with the obvious one. Can I have Ollie Dempsey?
You cannot have Ollie Dempsey.
Ah, fuck.
Jess?
Liam Duggan.
Jess, you can have Liam Duggan.
What the fuck?
Cass, I believe you have another guess, but I have a
Oh.
feeling that you have an idea for the category.
Oh, I thought it was only 4.
Yeah, you can get.
Yeah, but
I
one
wasn't
got
including
given
the
to
hint.
you.
Oh, I need more brothers. Is that what you're saying?
No, it's fine. Do you know the category?
It's that they're brothers?
It's
That
a
play...
little bit. It's
Oh.
family in the AFL.
Okay. Family in the AFL.
Caleb Sarong, Josh Sarong, Nick Dacos, Josh Dacos, Tom and Oscar McDonald's, Dante and
the
Vigo, the
Mackays.
Vicentes,
Oh,
Cozzy
yeah.
and Latrell,
Oh, yeah.
Emma and Nathan O'Driscoll,
Oh, yeah.
the Mackays,
Hmm.
all 4 of them.
The De Konings.
Yeah,
The
Is it
Dersmers.
Dersmers?
I could have
The
done all 4
Dersmers?
Dersmers.
yeah,
Yeah.
there's 4 Dersmers. But yeah, Cass, good job.
Woohoo.
Chris. Fuck. Chris, would you like another hint?
Yeah, that'd be good.
I've forgotten
Uh,
who Chris even has. Who have you got?
Ollie Wines.
He's
Ollie
got
Wines.
Chris, you can have Patrick Dangerfield, but you can't have Tom Stewart.
The fuck is the link between danger and wines?
Well, if you drink too much wines, you're in danger.
Girl.
Girl, you're in danger, girl. It's good that that's
Hang
the
on a
episode
second.
title. Hang on. We're
You
hanging
in
on a
danger,
second.
girl.
Should I give Jess another guess while we wait for you, Chris?
No,
Chris is
I'm not
fine.
giving up my turn.
He's using his little machine. Someone stop him.
Hey, I had to use the machine to look up how to spell Max Krzyzewski for my notes.
You could just call him Gruz.
Can I?
No, that doesn't match either. Oh,
That
hang
doesn't
on,
make it-
wait.
I don't know him that.
No, that
like
would
Chris is
match.
consulting the database.
No,
I feel like with,
that doesn't match.
It doesn't match. Chris has run
Let's
the
go
program.
with. Can I have Jordan Dawson?
You cannot have Jordan Dawson.
The
No.
fucking stupid game.
Jess,
Can
Jess,
I have
you live to fight for second place.
I think this is. Can I just guess what it is?
You
Or do I have to get 4?
I think get 4, but Cass has already won them.
I
Do you
think
know
it's
what-
Won something.
captains.
It is captains and vice captains, Jess.
So could I have Mr. Bontempelli?
You could have
That was
Marcus
going to be
Bontempelli.
my next guess.
Yeah, Andy McGrath is the captain for Essendon.
That
Good
was
job.
an absolute shot in the dark, Mr. McGrath.
Maybe you guys can help
Think
Chris. Cass, have you got a guess? Have you got a
I
guess?
think
for
I've been
Chris?
looking a bit too in depth at this.
Yeah, Cass, have you got a guess that could help Chris?
Not at all. Sorry.
What's he got?
That's-
I
Wine.
can-
He's got Wines and Dangerfield.
I can tell you,
Something
it's
about
not.
Adelaide?
It's not how tall they are,
No.
Is it Brand?
and it's not how
Dangerfield's
many
a brand,
siblings they
isn't it?
have.
Can he have Rory Sloane?
You
No, I already tried Jordan Dawson. He's from Adelaide,
Oh,
could not have
okay.
Rory
Mm.
Sloane. No.
and Dangerfield's not from Adelaide. He's originally from Victoria. That's why he came back to Geelong.
Oh.
Actually,
Is it that they're Aries?
you could have Rory Sloane, but I've made a list of current players.
Okay, yeah, I forgot you were doing current.
Yeah. But you could have Rory Sloane.
It's
Jess,
also
we'll
not
take a guess.
age. I figured that out as well.
Not age, no. Jess, do you have a guess that might help Chris?
No.
Very good.
I haven't got
Chris.
a clue.
I give up.
Is it something to do with co-captains?
Chris, you could have Marcus Bontempelli, but you couldn't have Tom Liberatore.
Is it captains?
It's not. Jess's was captains.
Is it
Like
something
Oh,
that
no,
owns
no
a big...
tattoos.
They're literally all captains.
Listeners, this is your chance to guess it one time before I reveal it.
There's
Chris,
definitely someone in the car yelling right now.
hey, actually, you know what?
Probably Grace.
This might give it. Hey, Chris, you could have Scott Pendlebury, but you couldn't have Nick Dacos.
Is it something that number of
Basketball
games?
background? Do they all
Yes,
have a
Patrick
basketball
Dangerfield, no.
background?
Known for his basketball background.
Is it like more than 300 games or something?
Cass is the closest thing you've got, Chris. Chris, your category was players who have played 250 plus games.
Ah.
Come on, Chris. That was so obvious.
How
Oh,
has
so you
Patrick
can't
Cripps
have
not
Nat
played
5.
250 games?
He's just a little baby.
Who's played 250 games?
Surely Patrick
Yes.
Cripps has played 250 games.
I think it's like
Still a
200.
baby, isn't he?
Yeah.
Unless I've written Jamie Cripps instead of Patrick Cripps.
How many games has he played?
Patrick Cripps
He's
has played
31. He's not a baby.
247.
Oh, that's hard.
Fucking.
What do you mean that's
He
harsh?
is a
The number is
baby.
250. It's very clear. There's no wiggle room.
He's a
It's
baby.
very
31
clear.
is a baby compared to all of us.
250 is the milestone. Chris, unfortunately, you lose that one. Cass, you win. And Jess, you're somewhere in the middle.
Yeah. Mediocre.
Hey, maybe we'll play the beginning because I've got a whole nother category for you guys, and you'll be better at it next time. Don't worry. But
No, I won't.
listeners, I think, Chris, if you got a few more off the bat, I think you would have been fine. Also on your list, Chris, just for your reference, Mark Blitzarves, Jeremy Cameron, Brad Hill, Jake Lloyd, Dane Rampey, Jack McRae.
Hmm.
So Chris is just getting more and more upset the more
Yeah.
names that you're saying. Like his face is sinking.
Yeah, very good. Well, let's get out of this podcast before it sinks further. Listeners, thank you so much for listening. We appreciate you so much. Make sure you follow us on our socials at Falcon Footy Pod on Instagram and X as we can find us. You can also find us individually. Cass, where can people find you?
You can follow me at Casvag.
Chris,
At Lowry_16.
Jess,
At Swanky Jess with 2 eyes.
and you can find me at Quantum JC or over at the Footy Mailbag, which is a Supercoach podcast we do with friend of the show, Damo. Just remember, listeners, as well, if you're on Spotify, you can leave us a little comment. If you want to send us an email, you can send us an email at falconfootypod@gmail.com is our email address. Maybe we try to open the inbox, guys. You got a question that you want to ask us about football? Ask us. Why not? We might answer it.
This is a podcast about football?
At one point it was, Cass. And at one point next week, it will probably be again. So bye for now. But not forever.
Goodbye.
See ya.
The entire team at the Falcon Footy Pod would like to acknowledge the traditional custodians and cultures of the lands and seas on which we live and record this podcast. We pay our respects to all First Nations peoples, elders and ancestors and thank them for their continued connection and contribution to this country's national game.